Welcome back to the 1800s labor run. This run has been a little crazy. The 2-item limit has been pretty difficult. Getting chat's approval, the board of directors approval for engages has been not a thing. So I've been solving these weird positions with like minimal resources, just like 2 weapons, unforged. I don't have promoted units yet. I think we just got promoted Framme. But it's been going decently well. This opening position was actually really difficult to resolve, mostly because I can't use Citrine, Alchrist, or Lapis at all, because they are not child soldiers, and they're also not in management. Vander had to sleep for the first 5 turns, so any map that like pushes me right away is always going to be significantly harder than maps that I can actually take my time with. And Engage does have a tendency of making maps rush you. Anna lands this clutch hit here, which allows us to resolve this position. And I think I did some tactical sacks, like sacrificing Lapis and Alchrist and like positioning and moving them around to prevent my actual units from dying. The big problem with this position was like Jean kept getting picked by literally anything, and there are all these flyers that keep wrapping around my team, so I had to keep making like a wall. But I eventually did figure out that Clanne with his avoid engraving on the avoid tile was actually really good. It just gave me this like constant tank in addition to the Yunaka tank. Yunaka's technically an adult, but she's small enough that I think in the last stream, which was like a year ago, chat voted her to being considered a child soldier because she's small enough so she can kind of pass as a youth or whatever that yearns for the mines, so to speak. But this is a pretty fun run so far. It's been going pretty well. I'm gonna be streaming this probably like a few times a week. Yunaka does get a crit here, which is pretty huge, and she dodges lethal damage, which is ideal. You don't want to get killed while you're tanking. That is not the point of it. Vander's still sleeping. I think this is his final turn for sleeping. This was like the one of 2 critical positions of the map. The other one obviously is the Hort fight, which is coming up. But I had to figure out a way to prevent them from getting kills while also keeping my units safe, which is pretty much the meta game of Fire Emblem, right? Like just figuring out what can tank what and keeping your weak units out of danger. But Jean has a rule on him right now. Someone super chatted this a year ago, but I still have to follow it. He cannot heal any unit more than once. So anytime someone gets damaged twice, he can't heal them. Framme can, so she's leveling up fine, but Jean is like super underleveled. He already is underleveled, but that rule makes it even harder to level him because like what's he gonna do? Punch someone out? With, you know, being level 3 as the enemies keep getting higher and higher level. That's just not a thing. So we had to figure out a way to keep him safe while also preventing CELINE from getting stacked out. They kept going for CELINE for some reason. Anna and CELINE can get killed by 2, and Jean can get killed by like pretty much anything that hits him right now, which kind of sucks because he's one of the main units in this run. The other thing about this run too is I can second seal, but I cannot master seal unless a unit gets promoted into management, and the 2 units that will get promoted into management already were. So Anna gets to master seal, and Framme gets to master seal, and no one else does. The Hort fight was actually pretty difficult. It took me a minute to figure out how to find the damage to kill Hort. Obviously, with all these lower level mages, killing Hort without engages is going to be pretty difficult. Dude, I don't know what is going on. I have been accidentally rhyming like on stream and off stream constantly, and I don't know what is up with that. It's like a thing that keeps happening. It's never intentional, but it keeps happening. But either way, this Hort fight was actually pretty interesting. I basically had to optimize around Alear's bonus damage because Yunaka doesn't deal that much damage per hit, and neither does Anna right now because she's underleveled. Framme obviously is a puncher bot. Jean is a punch bot. We have 2 mages that deal low damage to Hort, so finding this kill without engage abilities was actually pretty difficult. And essentially the solution I came up with was Alear is on Sigurd, and what I did was I put Alear next to Yunaka and Anna. So I had a damage boosted chain attack off of Anna's hand axe, Yunaka, to get initial poison, and then Anna attacks because you get a bonus damage point from poison, stack 1, and then you get bonus damage from standing next to a leer. Then Framme attacks for chip damage, so that she can actually deal some damage off of the poison plus the chain attack. Then a leer bounces in with almost exact lethal damage with momentum from Sigurd, smacks Hortensia, and then uses Canter to bounce out. This is a very precise kill that could have been significantly easier if chat just would have let me use a stupid lodestar rush or something. But that was just not in the cards. So then I had to find this like really stupid like Vander kill. And then also I noticed that like, you know, CELINE, she's a hybrid. She's kind of like a generalist class. Her magic damage is just not good even with the alear damage. So she was actually better off just whacking Hort with a sword. And I had to dodge 2 5% crits here in order to not die. But CELINE does look cool as hell with a sword out, like a melee sword. So this was like an interesting thing. And then also for Vander, he has to last hit. If he doesn't, he gets 1 round hit. If he does chip damage, he only has 40 health, he takes 23 times 2. And also Hort has huge crit rate on him. So like there was no way for him to deal damage to like deal chip unless he used like warp rag or something. But I was trying to calculate out the kill here, and I was like, I don't want to feed Vander another boss kill. So here it is failing. But I know this game, and I understand the RNG seed, so I figured out what to do after we go through the death montage, of course. You trade and unequip. Come on, dude, give me the hit. 52's got a hit. Yes! Didn't need engage. The investors are pleased. We didn't even need it. So if you enjoyed this or thought this was funny, definitely tune into the stream. I have been streaming earlier, usually around like 11 East, actually no, 8 a.m. Eastern. I get up early, I prefer streaming early, but if you enjoyed that, definitely like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.